What's going on, guys? It's Subs here. Welcome back to another video. And today, I decided to do a drift build on some Forza Horizon 2. This is kind of cool because I haven't done one of these videos in a while. I haven't hopped on Horizon 2 in a while. And I thought we could try and combine those two together and actually do a drift build video on Horizon 2. And today, I decided to build a GTR because this is something that this is a car actually in this game that I've barely touched. I think I have literally just one of these in my garage and I barely drive it. Like it's a car that's just sitting there doing nothing, and I've never actually tried to tune one of these things for drifting at all, like in no game at all, like not even Gran Turismo, not like Forza 5, Forza 6, no game at all. So I've seen somebody drift with this, except it was all-wheel drive, and I wanted to give it a shot and see if I can actually get this thing to look kind of good and also turn it into a drift car. That actually looks kind of funny. But there's the Nismo design for it. That actually kind of looks good. I'm not entirely sure exactly what sort of design to add on this thing. I'm not really that actually does look kind of good. I might actually just go with that design because that actually looks nice and clean. I love that actually looks okay as well. This one actually just, I think, looks kind of good. I guess I can give some money to the creator of this design. Anyway, let's go ahead and actually tune this thing. I'm gonna go change it, do like pretty much everything that I should be doing to a drift car. Converting it to a rear-wheel drive, adding a little bit of power, you know, pretty much upgrading everything else. I think I'm gonna stick with the sports tires. I'm pretty sure this is on sports tires right now. I'm about 99% sure. I don't think they'll put this on race tires initially. So let's go ahead and hop into upgrades. And we'll have a look here. So engine swaps, we can't really do anything there, but we will rear-wheel drive swap this thing. It is going to be kind of heavy, but we'll see after we sort of get rid of a little bit of weight how much better it is. So this is right now on, yes, this is on sports tires. So if I turn it to race tires, pretty much have that. So that's fine. I'll keep this on sports tires. 255s in the front. I don't really want to change that. 285s in the rear, that's a little bit big, but it's fine, or that's a little bit wide, but it's fine. Then pretty much just buy everything, upgrade everything to race. Transmission, I think going with the rally transmission is kind of better. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the rally transmission, and then I'll just mess with the gears myself. Because I think if I go with the race transmission, sometimes it fucks up and it gives you like an 8-speed transmission, and it's just really weird. And it just I just don't need that many gears. It's perfectly fine with like 5 or 6 gears, especially for drifting. I do want to have like some longer gears, but I do want the ratio to be kind of you know, I want the gears to be a little bit closer together. So basically, just bring the rate. Ooh, oh my god, that actually looks really good when it's that low. But we are gonna give it the rally suspension, and we will lower it afterwards, so it's fine. Rally suspension is a little bit better for steering anyway. Has a bigger steer, like has like more of a steering lock, I guess. You can steer more before your wheels pretty much lock, and I kind of like that with the rally transmission. I'm not gonna add a roll bar, don't need that. Now with the weight, let's see here. Pretty much gets rid of 600 pounds. That is pretty good. I'll take that. That is definitely good. So this thing in horsepower right now has 542. I'll bring this up to around 650 or something like that. I don't really think we need like 1000 horsepower build for this thing. I'm not really a big fan of like 1000 horsepower cars anyways in this game, because they're kind of easy to drive anyway. And you just don't need 1000 horsepower. You just don't. So I'm gonna go around 650 horsepower with this car, and then we'll see what it's like. We'll take it out. We'll try drive it. We'll of course add a tune to it after we'll take it out and see what it's like first of all. So we're at 600 right now. I think if we change the cams, it'll pop up a bit too much. It'll end up going to around 700 horsepower. Oh, never mind. It adds perfectly 50. Okay, never mind. Usually the cams actually give it like a ton of horsepower. I didn't think it was gonna only give it like 50 horsepower right now, but that is fine. That is pretty much where I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go change the flywheel though, so it's a little bit lighter again, and it should be a little bit more responsive as well. Okay, come on. Today be yeah, there you go, game. Today'd be nice if it'll change. All right, so let's go take this out and drive this thing, because I want to drive it as well before I tune it, just so I can see what it's like. Let's see where I started tuning. I can do it to this thing. The stripe is a little bit off. This is actually kind of soft. suspension wise. It still sounds fucking fantastic to drive. I saw one of these the other day actually, that was kind of cool. You just don't see them that often here. So it does have 6 gears. Has a ton of power. More than enough power to play around with here. It even can get the wheel spinning in 6 gears as well, that's perfect. So I'm gonna try and bring this, where will I bring this thing? I can't remember where the last time we went to try drive this thing, but I'm gonna bring this to the docks. Because the docks are always a really, really good playground to just mess around with your car and try to figure out some tunes and stuff like that. So I don't know exactly where I'm gonna take this thing. I think I'm gonna take it up to the silos. Where I remember I took the Lois Carlton. And that was actually pretty good. That was like one of the best cars actually. Not just pretty good, that was actually one of the best cars that I've ever tuned. So if you guys want to see that video, go onto the channel and try to find it, because that was a very good car to try and tune it to a drift car. And it turned out very good. Alright, so let's go over here. How do I get up here? I think it's just this way. Fuck it, I'm jumping this. I have rally suspension. Jesus Christ. Alright, so I think I'd like to change the gears just a little bit on this thing. We'll go over to tuning. We're going to lower this as well, just a good bit. So I think I'm going to leave the gears actually first of all, just the way they are. I'll add pretty basic tune to this thing. We'll see what it's like, and then after that I'll try my best to see if I can change anything else to make it better, but anti-roll bars, I just want to soften these just a little bit, the front and rear. Something like that. The springs are already really soft, so I'll bring these up a little bit because this was already on rally suspension. So around halfway for the springs, anti-roll bars, and dampers is fine. The dampers I kind of like to run a little bit lower. The ride height, I'll bring it almost all the way down. Maybe just up to or down to 4.5 inches. Actually, this is fine the way it is. I thought these would have been a little bit higher, but that's fine for the rebound and that. Usually what I like to run. The diff, I either lock it or I leave it the way it is. The deceleration, I kind of like this being at around 75, so maybe I'll bring it to 80. I'll leave it the way it is. We'll see what that's like. But the car should drop nice and low now. There you go. This actually does look kind of good. I'll start off in 3rd gear because I want to see if I can actually do it. So I can. So that's good. I'm trying to figure out the amount of power that this car has right now in like each gear. Yeah, I do need to bring my gears out a little bit. Actually, let me try 4th gear. It actually slows down a little bit too much. Yeah, it slows down a little bit too much. Alright, so what I'm going to do then is I am going to go ahead and I'm going to extend my gears just a little bit so I can use 3rd gear instead of 4th for all those corners. Like so. Also in alignment. Reduce the turn in response. So if I bring this toe in just a little bit more. So something like that. We'll see what that's like. Alright. Let's give this a shot now. See if we can get like a slightly bigger angle. It's alright actually. I still feel like I need to bring 3rd gear out a little bit more. Actually, that's not too bad. I'm trying to see what the point is up until I can't like control it anymore. So like I end up going into too much of a slide like right now, and it's gone, right? Like it gets to a certain point where you're not going to be able to add any more gas, or else you'll end up spinning it out, basically. So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now, where that point is. So it's around here, and that is pretty much like the biggest amount of angle that I can possibly get with this thing, and still have like full control over it. All right. So that is pretty much what I'm doing right now. Now let's run an actual. Let's run an actual section here. So if I can still remember correctly. Oh, it's gone. See what I mean? Like that specific angle, that's like how much I can actually get with this thing, and then I end up like basically losing control of the car. So once I keep it, see what I mean? Like if I do that, then I can't like accelerate anymore. I'll end up spinning out. So let's go out with this one. So I think third gear I need to just make slightly longer. It's pretty easy to slide though. It's not bad. I'm not having any trouble with it. Yeah, fourth gear is actually very good for pulling away out of these corners. Well, I feel that I need third gear for these. There we go. Okay. Let's do a full run now. Hopefully I don't mess up anything. Pop it into fourth. That's fine. That is not too bad. Yeah, I'll take that. Like it's not a great car. Oh my god, I almost lost it completely there. I almost lost that. Like I said, it's not an amazing car to slide around. There's definitely better cars than this. But if you're bored and you want to build a new car, then I mean, this isn't that bad. But yeah, there's definitely other cars that you can get like better angle and better speed with. But I love the shifting of the fourth gear, and you can just pull out of the corners. It's so good for that. It has a ton of horsepower, so I'm not really surprised, to be honest. Yeah, I can't really use fourth gear for these like smaller corners. Like I can't use fourth gear for the like the silos. I can't circle them in fourth gear. Come on. Look how neat that is, actually. Oh, watch out for the stairs. There we go. And then fourth gear just pulls you out. Fourth gear is like really good for this thing. If you want to just increase your speed really fast, maybe you want to catch up to like the car that you're tandeming with or something like that. That's just it's perfect for that. You just pop it into fourth and it pulls you out. Look at it go. Oh my fucking god, that's fast. Yeah, you can definitely definitely get some good entry with this thing, especially since you can catch up speed like really quick. And it slows down pretty well because it has some big fat tires and it's on sports tires as well, so it's a decent car to slide around with. So yeah, that is going to be it. Thank you guys very much for watching today's video. Not sure why my points stopped there, but alright. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. The GTR is pretty much built. I mean, it depends now with the gears, because I know for some of the sections, you know, third and fourth gear are probably going to be just fine like right now, but for this section right now here, I feel that third gear I can make just a little bit longer, which I'm going to do right now, just so I can try to do this one more time. So third gear, I just need to make a little bit longer, so I'll do that, right, and we'll see what that's like, because I'm going to use mostly third gear for this. Yeah, this is a little bit better right now. See what I mean? Like, I can actually drive this thing around without actually constantly keeps hitting off the limiter. And have a little bit of power to just exit out of the corners as well. Yeah, this is much better than before. So yeah, this is the GTR build. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Again, thank you for watching, and thank you to this person for giving us a nice, neat little design here. And that'll be it. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.